Hello, beautiful people. We are back here again, and today we have some good news for you. Adiola, the daughter of Jumoke George, the prominent Nollywood actress that we all know, the daughter who was said to be missing, has been found in Mali, and she is coming back to Nigeria on Sunday. You are welcome to Newsthread. Okay, so if you are very conversant with social media, I'm sure you must have seen the video of Jumoke George, the prominent Nollywood actress, where she was crying and lamenting she came on the show of Biola Adebayo's show, and we saw the video going all about where she was crying and lamenting about her health, about the fact that she's been homeless for 6 years, about the fact that she's been ill since January, and also about the fact that she has not seen her daughter in 4 years. Her daughter was missing, And we are going to be talking about all that today. Why all this in Nollywood? This is not the first time that a Nollywood personality will be coming out and saying, oh, they are homeless, or they are ill, they need money for surgery, they need money for this.
Or some have died.
Yes, just some pitiful, pitiful stories. And today we are going to be talking all about it. And of course, my co-partner is here with me. You're welcome again, sir.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Yes, you're welcome. So let's start with the daughter, with the good news that she's arriving on Sunday from Mali.
I was so excited when I heard that. Because when I got up this morning, the first thing that occurred to me was, yes, Biola Adebayo, who runs a podcast and our own show also, which she has tagged Talk to Be, did a wonderful job getting us this story. When some of these actors and actresses, when they go missing, quote and unquote, we don't bother so much about them. It's something of concern. But for somebody like me who is not always opportune to do a lot of Nollywood movies, until when these things are brought into the open, we don't get to know. So first, let me give kudos to Biola Adebayo. She did a good job. And one of the things I thought about this morning was that she has a can-do spirit, a never-dying spirit, the kind of I can forge ahead no matter the obstacles. Because for other people, you'll recollect, when she did that story on the lady who spoke about sleeping with so many men and all the rest, and then we now add that she committed suicide and people were bashing her, doing all of this, some would have given up.
True.
But she persisted. She's done very quality interviews after that. And then for me, this is the icing on the cake. It was superb. Because now, beyond finding this daughter that we are going to come back, the other daughter has also shown up. And she has a house of her own. So the woman has moved away from the church. So it's now a matter of her getting well, leaving the hospital, and moving into a good accommodation. So when I woke up this morning, the first thing that occurred to me was, okay, we have Nigerian Diaspora Commission. We have NAPTIP, which is the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. As a journalist, I have some connections there. Why can't I link Biola Adebayo and the people in charge? By the time I got her number, spoke with the people in Midcom, I discovered she has also been in touch. And for that, I commend her. Meaning that she used everything she had to break into that circle. And she had information for me. She's been in touch with the Nigerian embassy in Mali. She's been in touch with NITCOM. They've connected them. And the lady had gone to the embassy yesterday, which was Thursday, the 15th of May. So, what's remaining? Can we keep up with getting information on the movement of this list? And I said, say, because according to her, which we also reported and which we are going to go through, the report was in the Igbo Online, which we are going to go back to and refer to. There are so many other ladies over there who want to return home. But most of them, don't let me say most, all of them do not have valid traveling documents again. Their passports have been taken from them. They've been taken. So you can't, in any country where, quote and unquote, you are not wanted, they look out for you. The moment they take you to prison. Because you are not supposed to be in that country. Your visa has expired. Even your own country's passport has expired. So what does that mean? Prison. So a lot of Nigerian ladies are either hiding or languishing in prison. You know? So I'm happy to hear that news. And then shortly before we started recording this program, I got information that, yes, she'll be on her way by tomorrow. If it doesn't arrive tomorrow, which is Saturday. 17th, she's going to arrive on Sunday, which is 18th. So that's real, real good news. Because if you watch our interviews with Biola Bayo, she was saying it, she wants to return home, but she doesn't have a valid traveling document. So it's only the embassy that can issue a temporary one to aid her movement. And she's already in touch with the embassy. She has been, according to Biola Bayo, she was there on Thursday. Today being Friday, it's been confirmed that she will be coming to Nigeria. Unfortunately, there is no direct flight between Mali and Nigeria. So all those who are coming from Mali will come by road. They will come by road.
That's a journey of how many hours?
It's going to be over 1 day. It's going to be over 1 day, but at least it's doable. To an extent, the road is good.
Okay.
So, but the point there is, I was ashamed when we got the video of the fact that she was working in what we call buka in Nigeria, in Mali. She was trying to prove to people who said she was into prostitution. And then she was saying, meaning that she was making yam flour for people to eat. How do you leave Nigeria for that kind of life? Government has been saying it, the media have been saying it. Anything that is not regulated, which is approved, it's like they are luring you into slavery. Now, on the 14th of this month, I was told that 2 ladies arrived from the same Mali. They were received by an interministerial committee put together by the federal government to receive those to be deported from the US. By the way, 3 of them arrived out of 6 that they were expecting on the same 14th. 3 of them arrived. And then those who were supposed to receive these 2 from Mali received them. But that is not even the story. The story was that one of those ladies, an insider told us, said in the room, she didn't say in the flat, she didn't say in the compound, in the room where they put her, there are not less than 18 other Nigerians, apart from other nationals, all female.
In one room?
Yes, in the room. That's the language. Because I was specific when I was asking that question. Room. And what do? They sleep with men. She said, on daily basis, she hosts not less than 10 men. That's what they use them for. Same Mali. And then she was asked, so welcome back. Where is the money that you made from this? my madam collects the money.
Ah.
So a lot of these things don't make sense and our people are not learning. I can imagine how Anadiola George, whose mother we see on the screen and who to an extent is educated, will fall prey to that kind of thing. They just brought back about 78 or so from Ghana. Part of them were ladies who were 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The oldest, I think, was 23. And what were they doing? They were forced to sleep with men. They've arrested the woman who lured them from Nigeria. But that is still not the solution. The solution is for people to learn that when somebody calls you from the so-called the abroad and says, I'm enjoying here,
Ghana,
tell
Mali,
the person
now abroad.
that in this Nigeria that I am, when I cannot travel legally, I can't live.
Exactly.
Because that is what is happening to a lot of them. They get 1 month visa. They believe that once they get into the country, that's the story they are going to sell to them. They'll be able to have permanent stay. Within 1 week, they will get them the passport of the country. It's all lies.
Assuming they even get them permanent stay, Mali, Ghana. Well, okay. Why would you leave Nigeria to go to Mali or Ghana? I don't understand. When it's not like, oh, once you get there, they are going to give you $1 million. And from the airport, they give you $1 million. I don't understand.
It's even shameful that when they come back, they don't have nothing.
Come back empty.
It's
the
Nigerian Diaspora Commission that has really gone into this. We'll get them money, we'll get them SIM card, we'll get them phone, we'll get them food, and then sometimes put them where they can train in it, where they can have training in a trade and be useful to themselves. It's amazing that
when
some
you can
people
do that here, why go?
You know, some of them, by the time you hear how much they paid to go, some will say they have paid 600,000, 800,000. If you have that kind of money, this thing it tires me. Because we keep saying these things. If you have $1 million in this country, you can do so much. It may not be up to giving you the best of living standard, but it gets you something.
Yes, and you're surviving.
And you are surviving. It gets you something. But instead of planning to use the money to engage in trade or to go and learn something and be useful to yourself, maybe doing tailoring from which they will rather invest it in that travel. And when they get there, they see that there is nothing.
There's nothing. And that's the sad part. There's usually nothing.
According to NAPTIP, the new route now goes around the Middle East, Qatar, all Damascus and all the rest. That's where they are going now. You know, it's now towards the Middle East. To do what? Some of them are in Saudi Arabia, some are in UAE.
You about this Japa syndrome. And you find out that when they are there now, it's very depressing because they get there and they now see that, it's not actually the salvation they were looking for, you know. And then they find it difficult to come back home and they are stuck. A lot of them homeless over there.
It's shameful because before you leave, you have been warned. And like I said, and which I'll keep saying, people don't read. They listen to. They said, if I go, they said, not that you have confirmed that if I go, I will make it. This is what I want to go and do. I have been able to establish that this one exists, this one exists. And that's why you have a lot of our people in prison in Libya. Because they have told them, once you can make it to Libya, we'll get you to go to Europe by sea. And they have not gone again to go and check.
Desperation.
They have not even gone again to go and check. How many people go into Libya and who even get on that sea, make it to the other side? And even if they make it to the other side, do they allow them in or they send them back? Because some make it as far as Spain. And as soon as they get them, they put them either on the next ship or on the next plane, and they are back in Nigeria. And yet they have gone from here to Libya. Some in 1 month, they keep traveling around the desert. And when you ask them, how much did you live with? 600,000, 1 million. That's what they had in their pockets. So if you have that kind of money, why can't you use it here? And, so kudos, really, to NAPTIP and NITCOM. The NAPTIP is headed by DG, Binta Adamu Bello. They're functional, very effective in getting these ladies back home. Same thing with Nigerian Diaspora Commission, which is headed by one of our own. One of the former Nigerian Television Authority star girls in those days, our own Honorable Abike Dabiri-Erewa. They are doing well. And I am always an advocate of better funding for these agencies. Seriously, because we are in a crisis situation now. People just want to leave. They just want to leave. The process of bringing them back now falls on the government. If we were to leave it to budgetary allocation, some of these people that they are bringing back, they will never come back. But these individuals, especially the NITCOM boss, has been a good link with companies such as MTN, Dangote Foundation, and all the rest to ensure that these people get soft landing here. Without these personal efforts, these things won't work. Because you can't just bring them back and dump them on the streets. It won't work. So what it means is, what they suffer there, they're going to come back here to suffer. So they give them money, pocket money. Still ask them, where are you going? I'm going to Adamawa. Like the two that they brought back that I mentioned, they were from Adamawa State.
Adamawa.
So even if they are going to go by road, it must still be funded. So apart from the funding for the journey, they give them food, give them SIM card, recharge it for them, give them phone to stay in touch, and all of those. Courtesy of personal efforts to get these things done. Yet our people are not learning. They're not learning. So I would say to NITCOM and NAPTIP, they should please keep up the good work. We want these our girls back. I'm sure one of the reasons for the illness of Jumoke George was just simply that lady.
But you mentioned another daughter. So where was this other daughter all along?
We've not gotten explanation on that. Perhaps she also left, but came back. It's not impossible. Because when you watch the video, that the video of the chat of Biola Adebayo and Adiola in Madi, she was saying that she feels ashamed and does not even want to speak with her mother on the phone. She just wants to happen on her, see her physically, because that way there won't be any shame again, but she's feeling terribly bad. Because obviously, she did not... 41.
41, yeah.
Obviously, she didn't tell the mom she was going anywhere. She just disappeared.
Left her children with her.
And left the children.
No.
You know, in this one part of the world, which is Yoruba land, we always say it, that my child is dead is better than my child is missing. Because there is no closure.
There's no closure, yes.
You're always worried, agitated. What could have happened? Was it lion that ate her? Was it kidnappers? Was it... And you didn't even call your mom when you got to Mali. You didn't. You didn't. And you put the woman in a precarious situation. These things can be overwhelming. It's not impossible that because of the two children she saddled with, she stopped going to location. Though I was told that she appeared in some movies not too long ago. Yes, I'm not sure.
I think I did see her.
You did see her?
Yes.
I'm not sure because, like I said,
and
I'm
it's not as far back as 6 years, because we said she's been homeless for 6 years.
Yes. Well, of course, she can go from the church to the... Oh, there was an actor also who stays in Ibadan who said the same thing. That a lot of people who invite him to location don't know that he comes from the church, that he doesn't have a house. But the moment he tells them that, they'll start ignoring him. So he still had to put up the big man kind of life. Still appear there, collect the small money, and return to his life. So it's shameful. And you recollect that a few times we've spoken on this program. These people who are in Nollywood, they can do better for themselves. Take out insurance, form cooperatives. These things are working. But people don't want to. What we do in this country is that we don't plan for the future. We always believe that the future will always be the present. So somebody makes 100,000 today, believes 100,000 will come tomorrow. Even the project for that 100,000 has not been written. The script has not been written. But you finish spending this 100,000 today because you believe that 100,000 will come tomorrow. Life doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. Nollywood needs to do better. Their leaders are saying, yes, they are doing, but some are not following. Because
but for this woman, for Jumoke George, she's been on the scene for a while. So I was really shocked when I saw, really, where is this coming from? You know, because she's been acting for a long while. So
yes,
I would
for a
have
long
thought
while.
that, okay,
I'm sure she
this
can't
person
feel,
is at least
she's
stable.
about 60, 61 now.
Yes.
So she's about 60, 61, which is even enough time for her to start winding down. You know, like some others are doing. And be doing things in a flexible manner. She chooses where to appear, on which shows she wants to go now. We have Petroduce. There is this other elderly woman, I'll recall her name now, we see her more in LTV where she coordinates programs for them. Mama Rainbow. She's far older than all of them. But you can see, it appears she planned for her future. You can see it, the way she lives now. You don't just see her in any movie. You don't just see her in any movie. We have quite a couple of them, you know, who are advanced in age, but they are doing well. They take their time. They choose movies they want to appear in, and they are comfortable. So our people too need to get to that level where they can plan for the future and say, this is where... It's not as if Jumoke George had too many children.
Exactly.
So to cater for and all the rest. So she could... Now I believe that with her experience, whatever funds can be raised now and given to her.
I heard they've been raising funds.
Yes, and kudos to those Nigerians who have done something. I'm also going to join them.
But you know what I also wonder about is that, how do you allow it to get to this stage? You know, because Nollywood, they have associations, they have, you know, groups and all that. So when the things started getting, you know, started deteriorating, I want to believe that at least 1, 2, 3 people would know about it.
Does she belong to any association?
That's what I'm saying. For someone
that's
of
the question.
Caliber, she should.
That's the first question. And please, let us get something right. You don't belong to an association automatically by being in a profession. You belong to an association by being a financial member. Let's get that right. Because some say Actors Guild, Actors Guild. How many people in the Actors Guild are active members, who are financial members? Because some people just believe that once you're an actor or an actress, once there's a problem, Actors Guild will take over. It doesn't work that way. Because you have to look at your books. You can't use my own money as a financial member to go and be taking care of those who are not financial members. That's why you see that for every association, there are 2 levels of funding. Number 1 is the official one from the association. Number 2, individuals who know you, who will now say, okay, since we know her, we now contribute something. But it is better for you, so that people don't feel animosity or have ill feeling against you, to belong to the association, pay the membership dues, do what you have, so that even the association has money in its pocket to carry out some of these things, to pay medical bills, to do this, to do that. When they are talking about health insurance scheme, take it. What we've discovered, because a lot of people have this erroneous impression about some of these schemes. When you do any kind of scheme, whether it is death insurance, it is health insurance, or anything as an association, what you pay is smaller. I'm in a school association now where myself and my family, we are covered for 9,000 naira in a year.
Wow.
So, but some people will stay outside and say, no, how will I go and be putting my money in that place? No. You must put your money there. So that when there is trouble, it is the money you people have that you have all put into that insurance company that comes back to save you. Somebody asked a question at a cooperative society event I attended and said, okay, you are asking us to be paying 1% insurance fee for loans that are taken. Will you return the 1% to us if you don't default? No. Because of those who default, that's why they keep that 1%. So that the day you have a shortfall of somebody not paying like 1 million, 2 million naira, and they have to cover it, they have money there. Though the insurance companies too are not doing too well in terms of fidelity. They are not meeting their own, all of them, not all of them. But when you know the good ones and you run with them, you are going to be fine. Health insurance in Lagos, Ilera Eco is there. That can't fail because it is government owned. And it is not only government officials that can use it. All Lagosians, once you are resident here, you can. Even if you form an association here in Lagos and your member, who is a financial member, is staying in Ogun, in Oyo, you can come here to come and get that treatment because they are paying. Wow. So those are things that people should start considering now. I make 100,000. My association says my due is 30,000 in a year, and I made 100,000 now. I can't pay 30,000 at once. Oh yeah, take 5K today. Tomorrow, another 5. Before you know it, you are finished paying it. Some people, that association due, they can sit down with it once and eat a good meal. But they won't think that there will come a day they are going to need help. If you go out now, I'm sorry I'm going to mention the name of an eatery, but so people can get an idea of what we are talking about. Chicken Republic. And you say, keep me burger, add chips to it, and put extra chicken. You can be paying up to 12, 13,000. Yes. Whereas I can pick out 9,000 from that money and go to Mama Put and use the remaining 4,000 to eat and pay for my insurance. It has covered me for a year. But people don't do serious analysis about life. They don't. Seriously. So it's not too good what has happened to her, and I hope individuals will learn from this. The association itself will also encourage those who are not in the net yet to come in.
I hope so, because this is not, she's not the first person, and I'm sure she will not be the last. She's because not. We keep, especially Nollywood, we keep hearing stories. One person needs funding for this, one person needs funding for that. It's like they don't really take care of their own.
Some have died.
And yes,
the process,
a lot have
because
died
before we know
process.
it's
usually late and deep into
and that's
it.
not good enough. So we are expecting, like I said earlier, Adiola on Sunday. But today, NITCOM is receiving, alongside NAPTIP, 10 other ladies from Mali.
Wow.
And they say there are still so many in that place. One of the things that people should know is this. Because a lot of people say, we have people there. Nigeria is not bringing them home. Nigeria cannot enter into another man's country to go and retrieve people. It can't happen like that. There is a process. You write to the government. And the person who is going to write must not just be one relative or one friend. A very close relative. It can be the wife, it can be the son, but a blood relative. And that's because there was an incident that a lot of people didn't pay attention to. NAPTIP received a request. The federal government went into South Africa to retrieve a man. When he got back into Nigeria, he said he was not aware that he didn't make a request to be brought back home. He took the government up to court, to the National Assembly, and the rest. So Nigerians should be aware that there is a process. Adeola can only come back now because the mother is involved. Even the person who made the discovery, Biola Adebayo, cannot ask for that. But she has done very well by ensuring that she created a link between the mother and daughter and between both of them and the government. Let their people over there or in any other country know that when they are ready to return, they don't need any passport. They don't need any. Once the government intervenes, they'll go to the embassy, give them all the documentation that they need, and they're on their way back home.
That's good news.
Good
for
news.
those in diaspora. Okay, that's good news, like I said, for people in diaspora, because I know there are a lot of people who want to come, who are stuck in all these different places, all these African countries, all in the name of greener pastures.
Yeah.
But then I think a lot more information needs to be passed out. You know, people need to know more. People need to know that, okay, these are the steps I can take to come home if I want to come home, you know, because some people feel stuck and they feel like, oh, there's nothing they can do. And just like you mentioned, there are even some who are in prisons in these places.
A lot of them. At least we've retrieved so many from Libya. Libya is a good example.
Libya.
It's a good example. You know why there are so many there? Is the fact that from Libya to go into Spain is just to go by boat. So Europe is certain from there. That's why they kept going in the direction of Libya. Now they've left Libya. It's Mali. But there's really nothing in Mali.
I'm sure.
Really nothing in Mali. So it's when they get there that they will know that it is just that they like the flavor of Nigerian ladies. I'm serious. That's all I can see. Otherwise, what are they going here to do? Yeah? And one of them was saying, that's all that they were being used for since they got there. 10 men sleeping with her per day.
And she has nothing to show for it.
What has she got to show for it?
Body.
And if she refuses to do it, they will hammer, put her in prison. Because all they need to do is throw her on the street without any paper. And she's in prison. So people should beware.
Yeah, so people
Very
should
serious.
beware.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we have told you, we'll definitely bring you more updates and we'll let you know when Adeola is back in Nigeria.
We'll be there to welcome her.
I will be there to welcome her and she will connect with her mom and other. And I also hope that her mom gets all the help that she needs and, you know, she can live the rest of her life in good health and in happiness with her daughter, you know, and the rest of the family. So don't forget to subscribe so that you get notifications when we come out with new videos, and also like and share this video and follow us on all our social media handles there in our bio. Check our bio, you see our handles there. Follow us and we'll see you with more updates and gist next time. Bye for now.
Thank you.